Do you believe that a person outside of you, let's say your mother or your brother, do you believe that if they yell at you at the top of their lungs, that guarantees that you will experience a bad day for the rest of the day or the rest of the week or whatever? Do you believe that another person's actions is directly correlated to how you experience life or how you experience emotions? Do you believe that? And if you do believe that, then that's worth taking a look at, because for me, in my own personal experiences, when I know that the only thing I'm ever experiencing is the thought that shows up from within me, that pretty much relieves everyone outside of me. In fact, it does. It relieves everyone from their responsibility of trying to make me happy, because that's impossible, because I'm only experiencing what shows up through me. That's the only way it could be. And for what recently happened is something that's a clue. And there's major clues. Kirsty and I, she's in the UK, and she and I were talking this morning, and she said how much she loves to speak to other people, because she said we can hear ourselves. We can hear ourselves. And that struck me immediately as just something beyond profound. I mean, that's something to really, that one sentence is so huge. It's huge. We can hear ourselves. If we believe innocently that we are our thinking, if we believe that the thoughts that show up through us are who we are, not some sort of divine spiritual energy, but that we're the randomly generated thoughts that show up 10 billion per day on a roller coaster ride from happiness to hatred, and from compassion to racism. If we believe that we are those things, then yeah, it's going to be a really, really rough life. And it was for me for so long. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how long it was for me. It just seemed to be forever. And that's why suicide became a really popular idea for me. It was like, I can't do this. I can't bounce from one second of an emotion to another second that's totally opposite of each other. And it's too much for me. I can't do it. And truly, that's a beautiful point to be in. That to get to the point of I can't take it anymore, suicide is, or suicidal thinking, you're at a point that should be a giant neon sign that says you are not your thinking. But it doesn't come across like that. It comes across as being so painful that one person, that the girlfriend said this, well, that means that she must meant that, and then my friend said that the girlfriend's cheating on me, so therefore I can't do that, and I have fallen for someone who's married, and she says that she's going to leave him, and we're going to meet in Spain. And it's like, yeah, if all that stuff happening outside of us has something to do with us, then yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. But can we look into something that's deeper than all of that? Can we ask ourselves, who are we really? Are we all those billions of thoughts that we experience every single day? Or are we a lot more than that. Are we, is the teenager mind just doing what it knows how to do, just like the heart knows what to do, like the lungs know what to do? Is the teenage mind simply doing its job? And we, as the observer of this phenomenon, which is truly a phenomenon, the true who we are, without any identity to names or anything else out there, we're the ones, the observers, watching this phenomenon take place. Now I can't say that we're the observer all the time, but even getting a glimpse of the observer, that's probably enough to shatter the illusion of what we've believed in most of our lives. And that brings us back to home base. It brings us back to our innate wisdom, our innate love, and our innate clarity. That's where it is. So if you're struggling, consider that to be something of a journey, a warrior's journey. And when you get to that point where you just can't take it anymore, then this is where it's very important to be curious. Why can't you take something anymore? And what is it that's grinding your thoughts? You know, what is it? It's like sandpaper. It's like you hear people say a splinter. It's like a splinter in my brain. I had the splinter in my brain for so many years, and I didn't know what else to call it. I called it a splinter. I called it a monster. I called it so many things. I believed it was a living creature inside of me that fed on negative thinking, negative energy. I couldn't understand why I'm happy one day and depressed the next, or happy 1 minute and depressed the next minute. That was mind-blowing for me. So the switch back and forth, constantly switching back and forth, that was exhausting. And now it's like, oh my gosh, it's incredible now. It's like seeing the brain do what it's just designed to do. And we can get into why it's designed to do that later. But for right now, please, if you're struggling, let the struggle be the journey. It's part of the journey. And you will get through this. And you are okay, even when you struggle. You're okay. People struggle to do 10 push-ups, but they're struggling. They're struggling. They're sweating and struggling and trying to do 10 push-ups. That's tough. I don't know if I could do 10 push-ups right now. But the struggle is not, you struggle because you want to get there. So in a way, if you're struggling, that's okay. That's part of the journey to get to this next understanding. And the understanding is you are thinking. And on top of that, the only thing that you're ever experiencing is your thinking, right? So it has nothing to do with anyone outside of us. We can literally stop listening to every single thing and go inside a cave and live there for a week, and we will still hear our mind think. It doesn't matter if we hear things outside of us telling us what to do, or if we don't hear anything telling us what to do. We will, most likely, if we live in a cave for a week, we will experience who we are when the mind settles down. When the mind settles down, which it always does naturally, there's a space between thoughts. And we live also, we're alive and breathing in that space between thoughts, and it is breathtaking. So what I don't want you to do is to think that you can get to that space between, because that happens naturally. When you are standing next to a river that river is flowing naturally. For you to stand in the river and think that you're going to make it stop with your body, it's not happening. So understand that finding that space between, you don't have to search for it. It's happening all the time. All the time. It's right there. It's always been right there. It's been with you along for every second or nanosecond of your journey in life. It's right there. And when your mind settles down and calms down and decides that it doesn't have anything to say, there's a space. You're still breathing, your heart's still beating, there's a space. And just enjoy that space. Enjoy it. See what happens. All right, my friends, talk to you soon. I love you, and please take care. Don't forget to reach out, share your story, and I really, really want to listen to you because it's really important that you hear yourself. Very important. Okay, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.